Hi, I'm going to teach you how to add an unconnected person to the family tree. Now this exercise is very helpful if you have a split screen here that you can see. It just makes things a lot easier. So you will start with this Google Sheet here. As you can see on the left hand side is the page numbers. This is where you're going to pick a page number and add your name to it. Make sure you know what page you are working on. Then you will click on this link, open it in a new tab, and when you get here, you'll want to close the search bar on the right, search tab. And this is page 1. I just want to show you something quickly here. This page has been completed, and you can see the person's name here. There is a tree just below. This means that this person has already been attached to the tree. So if we go down, I know that I'm working on page 3, so I'm going to take us to page 3. And as we scroll down, we are going to start on this person here. As you can see, there's no tree, so they are not connected. So our job is to connect them. So we're going to click and open this person in a new tab. You can see it opened up the other record. I'll slide that over here. So it opened up this tab, and it also popped up this side bar here. Now what you're going to want to look for first is you're going to see the name here and then a birth date. We do not know if this is male or female. Some of these French records don't identify it very easily. So if you come across a name like this, you're just going to close it out and move to the next name. So we had just clicked on this name here, so we're going to skip that one. I'm kind of going backwards just because I had already started from the top. So we're going to try this name here. Again, we're going to right click it, or you can command click, depends on what type of computer you're using. But this record works perfectly. You can see here we've got the name, and we know that he's male, and then the rest of the information that we need. So over here on this screen, you're going to have FamilySearch up. You're going to click on Family Tree. Then you're going to come down to Recents. This is where you're going to scroll to the bottom until you see Add Unconnected Person. This is where you're going to add information to add a new person to the tree. You can copy and paste, which is easy to do with the French records and the different hyphenated words and accented letters. So just like that, we know because we're working with death records that they are deceased, so we know he's male and deceased. When you get to this information, you're going to leave this blank. That's because it makes it easier to connect to this information later. And then you'll click Next. Now, all of these names that have been indexed on these records have already gone through FamilySearch's database, and they haven't found any connections. And so this is just verifying there is no match in their system. So we're going to create new person. And now you can see we have created this new person in the details here. However, we have no sources and no information attached. So that's where we want to come back to this screen, and we're going to scroll down. I guess we don't need to scroll down. Right here it says Attach to Family Tree. So we're going to click that. And it's going to bring up this source linker page. And give it a minute, and it's going to populate, and it's going to show you this name that you just added. You can verify that with this personal identification number here, matches ours over here, so we know that's the right person. So we're going to select it. And then this is where we're going to attach the death records to this new person. You click Attach, and now this is where we add birth, and click Add to the death information and Attach. And now we have just finished creating or attaching this person to the tree. And if we come to this side and hit refresh, we can now see that this information has been populated, and now this temple icon is green, which means that the temple status is ready. The ordinances can now be done for this person. It's wonderful. Now another step is we've got this person's father and mother that we can add to the tree. Something first important to note is FamilySearch has a 110 rule. That means that if the person was born within 110 years, unless we have proof of their death, we cannot add them to the tree. One way we can go about this is if we take their child's birth date, 1929, and we subtract 20 years, we get 1909. And that is beyond the 110 years. So we know that we're safe because right now we can add records for people born anytime before 1913. And so we are okay with this. I'm going to show you one other way that you can verify. So if you open up the record for this person, which I already had open another tab. Now these records are in French, so you're not going to be able to read them unless you are French, but most of these are going to look the same. And if you scroll in, you can see on line 9 is the father's name, and on 11 is the mother's name, and right after, and we just have last names, but right after is the word in French for deceased. And this is another verification that both parents are deceased. So we're going to go back to this tab and we're going to add these people to the tree as well. So we know this is his mother and she is deceased. We create a new person and then we attach the record and that's all complete. And we'll do the same for the father. And attach. And now we have just added 3 people to the tree. It's wonderful.